Hello friends, welcome to Multiverse with me, and as you know that our series is focused on exploring all the stars, and we started off with our solar system. We are moving out of the solar system and we've encountered many red dwarf stars, and as we already know that the red dwarfs are in abundance. Nearly 70% of the stars are the red dwarf in our universe, but once in a while we find main sequence star similar to our sun, and today we are discussing about Procyon. It is also known as Gliese 280, and this is a star which is similar to sun, even bigger. So let's get into the orbit of Procyon and examine this up close. And we are in the orbit in our imaginary spacecraft, and as you can see, this star is moving pretty fast and it is white in color. So what is so unique Procyon has? Well, first of all, this is one of the brightest star in the constellation of Canis Minor, and it is the eighth brightest stars in our night sky. So it is fairly bright. Why it is bright? Actually, it is a white color star. So normally white color stars are much more stronger than a yellow color star, which is our sun. So this you can see with unaided eye in the night sky, and it is a very popular star which humans knew from antiquity. When it comes to distance, Procyon is about 11.46 light years away. It is very close by from the perspective of the universe, just in the neighborhood, but even light takes 11.4 years to reach Earth. So from human perspective, it is pretty far, but it is in the neighborhood. So it is a star which is in the night sky, one of the brightest stars, 8 brightest stars in our night sky, and it is close by. In terms of Procyon, it's a white color star, and this system is a binary system. It has a faint white dwarf rotating around it. So white dwarf is also very unique structure. We will discuss that in a bit, but this is something which is unique, a large star along with a white dwarf rotating around a large star. So this is why this is unique and it is close by. Well, in terms of the bigger star, which is the white star, it is 1.5 times the size of sun. So it's much bigger, and it is now evolving into becoming a supergiant. The signs of being white color star shows that the star has consumed all its hydrogen and converted that into helium, so the temperature increases, and because of that it shines very brightly, and that is the reason that it appears bright, and it's much bigger also. It has more material. So this is why this star Procyon is unique, and it is a late stage star. That means it has already burned its hydrogen and converted all that into helium, and right now helium is combining, producing higher elements, and because of this helium combining, it produces even more heat. That is why it shines at least 7 to 8 times more than our sun. Now let's come back to the white dwarf, which is rotating around this object. So white dwarf is a very peculiar object. It's a leftover core of a large star. So when our sun basically finishes its life, it reignites the life in a white dwarf, which is nothing but a leftover core of a large star. So in all probability, the white dwarf was probably a large star which is now consumed, and it's over. Its life as a star is over. The leftover is the core of that large star which existed around in the system. And this white dwarf is not bigger than a couple of masses of Earth, almost the size of Earth. It's very, very dense, and it's quite hot because it retains a lot of heat from its past. And typically for this Procyon white dwarf, the temperature, surface temperature is about 7 to 8,000 Kelvin. So it's pretty hot, but it is not generating any heat. It is only retaining the heat which it had when it was a burning star. So this is basically a very, very dense object, and predominantly made of carbon, because what happens is, in the later form of life, the helium combines into higher elements, and eventually, if the star is not very large, then the process stops at carbon. And if the star is larger, many times the size of sun, then it start producing even higher element. And we will discuss one day what is the highest element that we can produce in a core of the star. But nevertheless, if the star is a mid-sized star, the limit is the carbon, and this is a carbon star, a white dwarf, which is entirely made of carbon. And because of that, the carbon, and because of the pressure and heat and temperature, it is crystallized. So when the carbon crystallizes, friends, what it forms? It forms a diamond. So this star, you can see, is it's like a Earth-sized single-piece diamond rotating around Procyon main star. So this is why this is so unique. It's like, diamonds are so valuable on Earth, and here we have a Earth-sized diamond of maybe twice the size of Earth existing in space. It's hot, so if we can go there and harvest these diamonds, we will be rich. But that is a topic for another day. But this is something which is so peculiar. It is close by. We have not seen any other planet, because usually when there are binary stars or tertiary star system, triple star systems, then typically all the material in that system is consumed by the star. So we have not seen any significant planet in this system, and therefore we see only two objects, which is the white color hot glowing star and a small white dwarf rotating around Procyon. So friends, do share your comments. If you know more than what I have discussed, I'll be eager to get your comments. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will meet you again in the next episode of Multiverse. Until then, bye bye.